Good morning, everyone. Today, my group members include myself, Lily Juheke, and my colleague Natalia Kukom. We're going to deliver a lesson on the subject integrated science. Our class would be at First Farm. We're going to have 45 minutes to complete this lesson. Our topic is ecosystem. Our subtopic is food web. References we include for our lesson plan are a textbook for CSEC and an internet link. Our previous knowledge, students can identify producers, herbivores, and carnivores in a food chain. We have 3 objectives to complete in this lesson. Our first objective is, through the use of terms and definitions on strips of Bristol board, students will compare between a food chain and a food web. Our second objective includes, through interactive discussion, students will develop an awareness on the different roles that animals, plants, and other organisms plays in food web. Our third objective is, through the use of a package provided, students will construct a food web for a specific ecosystem. Our content or concepts, we're going to provide the definition of what is a food web, what is a food chain. We are going to provide the terms and definitions for what is decomposers, producers, primary consumers, and secondary consumers. Skills include, students will identify and define a food chain and a food web. Students will outline and organize, construct a food web on a poster. Our attitudes include, students will appreciate the aesthetics and the importance of the various species in the ecosystem. Now, for our introduction, we are going to have 4 students will be chosen at random and given a palette of sticks with the labels consumers, producers, decomposers, and predators. Another 4 students will be chosen at random and they will be given the definition on strips of paper. They will then find and match the term with the definition. The teacher will display a chart on the board labeled with terms and definitions, and then the students will be asked to place their matching terms and definitions on the chart. Students will read each definition and provide an example of each. Students will then be asked to volunteer to create a food chain using the given examples and place it on the board. Now, for our development, students will be asked to form a circle. They are going to play a game called Who Will Eat Me? Students will be given a card with a name and will be asked to stick it onto their chest. Each participant will then step into their trophic level, which will be marked off on the floor as producer, primary consumer, and secondary consumers. The student with the card that has the sun will be the first to start the game and ask, who will benefit from me? The producers will then choose a string to form their food chain. At each level, they will ask, who will eat me? Until the food chain is complete. They will then be asked to form other links with other organisms within a certain trophic level. Teacher will elicit from students a discussion on different roles that animals, plants, and other organisms have in food webs. After the discussion, teacher will randomly ask questions about the food web. For our infusion, students will be constructing and explaining. Students will be instructed to form groups again, and these groups will be on 4 students. Each group will be provided with a package and will be asked to construct a food web within an ecosystem using all materials provided. Students will be given 10 minutes to complete this task. After each group has completed their posters, they will be asked to present their outcomes and elaborate on the importance of a food web in an ecosystem. For our conclusion, students will be asked to complete a worksheet, a food chain close, and a worksheet 2, a food web short and answer questions. And this will include This is going to be our notes that the students will cover throughout the lesson. This is our resource for the teacher. And then we're going to have the worksheet. The students are going to complete this worksheet and they are going to answer questions as well. This is going to be another food web worksheet, and it has a diagram there illustrating different trophic levels, and then students will answer questions. Okay, and for our extended activity, students will read a short documentary on ecosystems and will answer some questions that will be assigned to them. And that is the final activities for our lesson.